Hello and welcome to chapter 26 of the Screwtape letters. In this letter, we see Screwtape writing to Wormwood on how to deal with the courtship of the man, aka the patient, and his new girlfriend. He begins, "Courtship is a time for sowing those seeds which will grow up 10 years later into domestic hatred. The enchantment of unsatisfied desire produces results which the humans can be made to mistake for the results of charity." He's told, "Avail yourself of the ambiguity in the word love. Let them think they have solved by love problems they have in fact only waived or postponed under the influence of the enchantment." I think one of the classic examples of this is I used to find those times down at the tribunal, we'd be working on a marriage annulment case, and how often we would read, "Well, yes, I knew that he had a problem. I knew that he was doing drugs. I knew that he was kind of abusive. But I always figured once we got married, that was all going to change." Again, that idea that because of love we'll solve every problem. We love each other so much that we can handle whatever happens in our lives. I always warn couples, be sure to start planning for things that may happen in your life. Don't just go into it, unready because we have enough love to get us through. Because sometimes that can turn out to be a challenge. We then hear, "The grand problem is that of unselfishness." Note once again the admirable work, our philological arm, in substituting the negative unselfishness for the enemy's positive charity. Again, I see the distinction in this. Unselfishness is, I don't want anything for myself. I don't need to take anything to me. Charity, in fact, is I'm actually giving of myself. I'm giving, it's going away from me towards another person. Then Wormwood is told, "Thanks to this, you can, from the very outset, teach a man to surrender benefits, not that others may be happy in having them, but that he may be unselfish in foregoing them." Again, it's turning the things around to, once again, it being all about me. I know I often see these things when somebody's giving a large amount of money and there's a whole lot of press or there's something like that, and everybody's commentary often is, is this person being generous, or is it really all about them and the publicity that they get for it? Again, it may be somewhat of a cynical view, but again, we see that there is at least a core of that. And sometimes people are giving because it makes them look good, not because for the sake of the one to whom they are giving. Then we get the great description of how to get people into an argument over unselfishness. It says, "In discussing any joint action, it becomes obligatory that A should argue in favor of B's supposed wishes and against his own, while B does the opposite." The idea is, I was trying to think which were the cartoon characters that was always, "After you, no, after you, oh no, I insist, after you." They go back and forth. It's that idea that everybody is, it's not what I want, but I'm going to give what you want. Well, the other person is approaching it from the exact same attitude. And that goes back and forth until the people really can't come up with a solution. We were told, "Unselfishness shown and a secret grudge against the other for the ease with which the sacrifice has been accepted." So if somebody says, that's okay, we'll just do what you want, and the other person says, "Okay, sounds good to me," the other person then is rather upset because they were expecting the same game to be played by the other person. "Oh no, it's not what I want, it's all about what you want." They go back and forth. Screwtape says, "They insist on doing what he wants. Passions are roused. Soon someone is saying, 'Very well, then I won't have any tea at all,' and a real quarrel ensues with bitter resentment on both sides." He says, "You see how this is done? As each side had been frankly contending for its own real wish, they would have all kept within the bounds of reason and courtesy. But just because the contention is reversed, and each side is fighting the other side's battle, all the bitterness which really flows from thwarted self-righteousness and obstinacy and the accumulated grudges of the last 10 years is concealed from them by the nominal or official unselfishness of what it is they are doing, at least held to be excused by it. Again, I can behave this way because I'm being unselfish. Everything should be okay. I do love this line of, she's the sort of woman who lives for others. You can always tell the others by their haunted expressions. I'm thinking of the character from Everybody Loves Raymond, of Marie, the mother, Raymond's mother, who always seems to think that she is doing the best for everybody. She just wants what's going to make everybody happy, but everybody has to live by her rules. Everybody has to do exactly what it is that makes her happy to be able to provide for them. You know, she might say, well, we're going to have dinner this Sunday. And if somebody can't make it, you know, God forbid that that happen, because she has gone so far out of her way to make sure this is all going to happen for other people. So again, we see that idea of we can't just be unselfish. We actually have to be charitable. We have to reach out to others to see what their true needs are and truly give of ourselves. And charity sometimes is, in fact, a sacrifice. It is giving up of what we want. But it doesn't always mean that just idea of, I'm not being selfish because I don't want this for myself. It always has to be the positive idea of giving to others. Again, any questions, let me know. Send it to my email address here at the parish, and I'll answer them as I can.